around $90 million in debt to E. Jean Carroll. And that debt increases every single day that it is not paid because of the interest added by law to that amount every day that it remains unpaid. And that could be the smallest debt that Donald Trump owes after a New York judge enters a judgment in a civil fraud case against Donald Trump, in which the New York State Attorney General is seeking $370 million. And that's not all. Don't stop there. There are much bigger possible judgments coming. Washington, D.C. juries could make that New York number look small if they return verdicts against Donald Trump in the civil cases brought against him by 11 members of the House of Representatives. That's 11 plaintiffs who are suing Donald Trump for, in effect, threatening their lives on January 6th by sending his mob to the Capitol. There are also 3 police officers who are suing Donald Trump for the threats and injuries that they suffered on January 6th. Each one of those plaintiffs' cases, each one of them, could be getting hundreds of millions of dollars in the same Washington, D.C. courthouse where a civil jury returned a verdict of $148 million against Rudolph Giuliani for the defamation of 2 Georgia election workers, Ruby Freeman and her daughter, Shay Moss. Donald Trump could be facing court orders to pay $1 billion or more in the next few years. And those Washington, D.C. jurors are going to get to hear Donald Trump saying in depositions that he's worth $10 billion. Those juries are going to hear statements from Donald Trump saying he's worth much more money than anything his accounting of his assets shows. And so the $90 million or $100 million, depending on exactly when she collects it, that E. Jean Carroll is now on her way to collecting from Donald Trump, could just be the beginning of Donald Trump's collapse into bankruptcy because of all of the willful and stupid ways Donald Trump has broken the law.